Nikki, it's really pushing in. Nikki, it's really pushing in.
It's gonna shatter the gear building. We're gonna take it on the push.
Oh, it stopped.
It's not gonna stop though.
Dagger. Right?
Hmm?
Right?
Ah.
Yeah, I would ask this. Send it by email.
Oh, it stopped.
It's not gonna stop though.
Why? How is it doing this?
Because the water's moving. The lake opened up, see? So the water, when the wind is pushing, the water's pushing all this up here. Look at it. You know how long it's gonna take to melt all
It
this?
sounds like a train.
Last night it sounded like a tornado going through.
물기와리.
Non mi gusta toccare il la basaria. Che ma serio?
물기와리.
다 들어 어렵지. 모스코 속세게 내가 못 들으니까.
가자. 그래도 하고 멋있네.
If you live in Collier County, you may have.
Yeah, a number of our viewers contacted us about the explosions that sounded like sonic booms, and the sheriff's office was flooded with calls on Sunday. NBC2's Rick Ritter found out what it was.
Shockwaves sent throughout Collier County.
It was definitely the equivalency of a sonic boom.
East Naples resident Kevin Heisler had never heard anything like it.
I was out back with my wife, sitting on a lanai, and all of a sudden just boom.
These boom-like noises are the talk of the town, ones that just about everyone heard on Sunday.
I kind of heard a slight rumble, and then I heard a louder rumble, and then my windows started to shake.
The Collier County Sheriff's Office says they've received dozens of phone calls around 11 a.m., one after another.
Collier County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Sheriff's Office, how may I help you?
I live on 3rd Avenue Southwest, and about 15 minutes ago there was a huge explosion. It shook our sliders and shook part of our house.
All asking the same question.
2 loud booms we heard coming southwest of Marco Island. Is that sonic booms or someone blasting?
Less than 2 weeks ago, the Naval Air Station in Key West had jets training over the Gulf, something that contributed to the Earth's shaking. But representatives say they had no training on Sunday. Many thought it could have been blasting. Minto Communities, a company developing the new Isles of Collier Preserve in East Naples, has a permit, but officials there say they only blast during the week.
I heard 2 blasts living down on Marco Island on Sunday, and those have nothing to do with anything that we're doing up in Naples.
With both jet training and blasting out of the question, Sunday's earth-rattling noise remains a mystery for now.
It is what it is.
In Collier County, Rick Ritter, NBC2.
Submerged tombs in Leeville, Louisiana give new meaning to the expression a watery grave. Piles of barnacle-covered bricks washing away in the lapping water. All that remains of a family cemetery in the small coastal town.
All over South Louisiana, you have these little family plots that people had their family members build there. Many as 20 or 30 grave sites, some as many as 60, built on high land.
Wendell Curall manages the South Lafourche Levee District. He's also a descendant of those who once called Leeville home. His ancestors buried here at the Crosby family plot, a patch of crumbling graves along Highway 1 enclosed by a rusty chain-link fence. Little protection against the environmental threats that inch closer every year.
The graveyard was in the shade of oak trees, and now you don't see an oak in sight. All you see is marsh and open water.
10 years ago, the family cemented over the graveyard, hoping to preserve whatever was left. But as you can see from the broken tombstones and grave markers, it offered little protection against the rising waters. Over the past century, the town has subsided roughly 3 feet and lost another from rising sea levels. The cause? Our intricate levee system that prevents flooding. Sediment that built up the delta over 5,000 years now dumps right into the Gulf. As the coastline erodes from hurricanes and storms, there's nothing to build it back up.
Adding on to those problems is that we've cut channels that allows the Gulf of Mexico to get closer to us. We've lost our marsh barriers, we've lost our natural shinyads, our oak ridge barriers. All these things help keep some of the energy from storms away from us.
As a result, Curall says the coastline is now 30 to 40 miles closer to the residents of South Louisiana. Families like his own are forced to move further inland with each generation.
And it's like most deltas throughout the world. You always have great risk and great opportunity. And in this place, you have the extreme of both of them. You have tremendous truck traffic, we have tremendous tug traffic and barge traffic, and yet the risks are taking even the graves away.
In the case of Curall's family plot and the other small graveyards dotting Leeville, that risk has taken its toll.
You're not only losing your past, but you're losing your future, you're losing everything.
Once a town of 60, only 2 families now call Leeville home. Eventually, they too will move to higher ground as they watch the memories of their ancestors sinking before their very eyes.
And this looks like a photo gallery of ice. My goodness, look at that. The St. Joseph, Michigan outer light covered with a thick coating of ice on January 26, 2013 by Tom Gill. And I don't take credit for any of these photos. They belong to the person indicated under the photo. The St. Joseph, Michigan outer range light is covered in a thick layer of twisted ice on December 20, 2010. And another one of the Michigan Lighthouse. After a winter storm that created 20-foot waves on Lake Michigan, the St. Joseph, Michigan Lighthouse is seen covered in ice. December 20, 2010. And another one by Tom Gill. Okay, that's a lighthouse covered in ice. And the same one covered in ice. It's amazing. Looks like all these photos are by Tom Gill. There's 28 photos, folks, so. Another one. Pardon me. I'm just breathing through these. This is number 12. This is a close-up of the ice. Another perspective of it. There you are. Looks very, very cold, doesn't it? Ice starts to form on the St. Joseph, Michigan outer light on February 12, 2012. This is from 2009. A thick layer of ice glazes the supports for the catwalk leading to the St. Joseph, Michigan Lighthouse. We're on photo number 23 right now. It's a close-up picture. It's number 26. All by Tom Gill. Look from directly below the arch formed by the ice. Dagger-like icicles hang down from the outer lighthouse. Wow. And this is the last photo of the dagger icicles. Interesting. Okay, I think that's going to do it. Here's a little video from the Weather Channel. You might want to check that out. Okay. On the left, 2014 total ice cover 78.7%. This is a Great Lakes coastal forecasting system. And I'm going to move the viewing window over to the right now. And on the right, you see the total ice cover 79.1%. And there's a color key right here that you can check out for the ice chart. Alright folks, that's going to do it for this report. Thanks for watching and please stay safe. Pink up.
Nikki, it's really pushing in.
It's gonna shatter the window. Okay, put it on the foot.
Oh, it stopped.
It's not gonna stop though.
Why? How is it doing this?
Because the water's moving. The lake opened up, see? So the water, when the wind is pushing, the water's pushing all this up here. Look at it. You know how long it's going to take to melt all
It
this?
sounds like a train.
Last night it sounded like a tornado going through.
That is crazy.
I wonder how they're going to stop it. Oh, there you go. Definitely left straight shot in. Really fast and push.
Nikki, it's really pushing in.
It's going to shatter the window. Okay, put it on the foot.
Oh, it stopped.
It's not going to stop though.
Why? How is it doing this?
Because the water's moving. The lake opened up, see? So the water, when the wind is pushing, the water's pushing all this up here. Look at it. You know how long it's going to take to melt all
It
this?
sounds like a train.
Last night it sounded like a tornado going through.
That is crazy.
I wonder how they're going to stop it. Oh, there you go. Definitely left straight shot in. Really fast and bushy.
Nikki, it just busted through a door over here. All the way through, the door's caving. Look at that.
Casas completamente destruidas que se traducen en millonarias pérdidas. Es el drama que viven los habitantes de Oak Beach, en la provincia canadiense de Manitoba, debido a un verdadero tsunami de nieve que arrasó con las construcciones de ese lugar. Vientos de hasta 80 kilómetros por hora provocaron el levantamiento de una capa de hielo desde un lago. Su rápido avance impactó directamente a las casas de Oak Beach. En algunas zonas, la nieve alcanzó los 9 metros de altura y se coló al interior de las viviendas, dejando a sus habitantes con lo puesto. Muchas de las familias afectadas no contaban con seguros y habían sufrido el mismo episodio en 2011.
Massive sinkhole in Bayou Corn are inches away from seeping into the freshwater bayou. A protection levee built to keep that material in the sinkhole is sinking. News 2's Adrian Pittman gets answers on what could happen if the protection wall gives way.
Assumption Parish officials fear the break in the berm could cause major environmental damage in the area, leaving them on high alert. Another year and the same problems in Bayou Corn.
It's a little bit frustrating that, all this time has elapsed and here we are, we're still worried about the sinkhole.
A growing sinkhole, continuous seismic activity, and cracks in the protection berm around the sinkhole.
There's still a lot of things going on way below the surface of the earth where we can't really tell what's going on. If that south berm is still subsiding, still cracking, that means something's happening down below.
Since last week, activity along the sinkhole has stopped because increased amounts of micro-earthquakes. Because of those small quakes, the protection wall is dropping into the sinkhole.
At this point, you would think we'd have a clearer picture in our mind as far as what to expect in the future, but that future is still very cloudy right now.
Since October, the berm has dropped a total of 4 feet, and within the last week, it's dropped a foot alone, leaving residents and officials here in Assumption Parish concerned.
The subsidence itself is only about 6 to 8 inches above the water currently.
Meaning salt water could eventually creep into the swamp and bayou if nothing is done. Take a look at these pictures. You can see how much the berm has sunk since last week.
Environmental risk to vegetation, trees, possibly fish and so forth, and try to avoid that, and that's what the containment is for.
But residents will remain hopeful in 2014.
We hope for the best. We hope we can bring some conclusion to this, but I really think the sinkhole itself, we're going to be dealing with that, I think, for years to come.
A spokesperson for Texas Bryan says crews will begin repairing the berm tomorrow, and there are plans in the works to extend the southern berm so it won't continue to subside. Adrian Pittman, WBRZ News 2.
All right, Adrian, keep it.
What's interesting here is you can see the water flowing under the ice.